Working. There it is. Hey, I hope you like my hairnet. I got it from Samuel Adams, a real patriot, you know. Um, so, in production, I don't even know the words. I need the glossary. But in television, let's say movies, I know there's much more. In media, what I see is, or historically, are two formats. There is that are perhaps the most complicated. The one where it is a person without speaking, so they're dancing around, a silent photo video, okay, silent movies, I think are potentially toxic, okay, and you have to do the research on this to sort of quantify exactly everything. Like the family structure responsibility equation, and then there's animation that is talking a lot, and maybe that's also excessively fictional. That's maybe it's not promoting responsible behavior. Okay, so the idea is that you have someone, a person enunciating sort of very meaningful stuff, speaking, and then you have animation where there is just music, sort of like Fantasia, Charlie Brown's, a lot of music there, and ultimately if you do something beyond the simple equation of the kids with the brothers and the sisters and the dog, nor the flowers and the monsters of Fantasia, but rather pure geometric sort of resonance that is sort of undulating over valid concepts and data that are recognizable, that we can see the patterns and the tempo and not be able to be distracted. A lot of times I'd be listening to a radio program, and they would say start to get really interesting, and someone who I was with would start talking at that point, like, oh, there's something interesting, and let me talk, you know. And so therefore it's fragile, I guess. Whereas if you have a geometric thing where it could be all kinds of things, it could be even real-time AI, you know, like, you know, the screensaver, but actually referencing actual valid data, perhaps words, perhaps it's actually picking up stuff that's being said, okay, because then maybe someone could actually, maybe a savant capability could be coming out of AI for the visual, and then using that data to navigate the big picture. I was thinking about border security, and I've definitely heard this before. This isn't just Donald Trump. Republicans are always concerned, you know, was it Baby Please Don't Go, Cat Scratch Fever, what is it, Ted Nugent, Annenboy Dukes or something like that, sing a song about going to New Orleans, you know, and so it's just going south, it's not even the border, okay, so it's, to be clear, the world and America gets divided when George Washington doesn't have anywhere to go except down south. That's all he's got, and out onto the Wild West frontier, where responsibility for the uneducated is not really there, and it reflects in the paradigm of school shootings and mass shootings in general. So you have to realize that if you find the leadership that comes from the frontier, that's the greatest national security, the greatest civilized element that we can possibly have, so we can focus in on what we really need, because every country has problems, big time, potential, but certainly there are some cultures that don't have as many solutions, okay, that don't, okay, and they historically do come from the real civilizations, okay, they come from you know, royal cities in the Middle East, in Spain, in Germany, in England, and the video. So we have to realize that, you know, sometimes if you simply free willy allow foolishness, you know, pornography, you know, go to the cinema and watch the clown silently dance around, it could be spinning things out of control. Instead of having someone from that frontier speaking very intelligently, very scripted, very scientifically, a composite productions, descriptions, you know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what I'm talking about, so what do you talking about? Okay? Seriously. To quantify, to provide art, real artists, if you care about artists and you're not just preying on them, okay, scamming them, okay, to make sure that it can be very simple and very meaningful and very civilized, and that's it, just complete perfection.